Peace and love, everyone. This is Brother Mikael. I'm going by the traveling medicine man right now, Mama C, because I've been traveling and I bring my medicine and science and knowledge. So, the traveling medicine man, and I'm here in representation of many different organizations, but a lot of collective and cooperative works coming out of Oakland. And so I want to shout out, Oakland. I want to shout out first Repair Nations. It's a Pan-African solidarity network by cooperative and collective economics. So I want to shout our Repair Nation first. I want to shout out Raw Soul Collective, a health and wellness collective of art and music, and also working with plant medicine too as well. So I want to shout out Raw Soul Collective, and lastly I want to shout out Black Sea Cuisine. That's me, my plant-based food and service organization. So I want to shout out all the different collective and cooperative works we involved in. Appreciate you for holding space today. Yes.
Good, yeah. And I want to shout y'all out too, because in just about every organization, I know somebody. And I love Oakland. I love the youth and the arts community and just the whole vibe of Oakland. And y'all know I come there just about every year, and I was there last year, and I will be there this year, Mungu Akipenda. That means if God sees fit for that to happen. So, should I introduce myself?
Yes, please, Mama C. Can you please introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are?
Okay, so I'm Mama C, a.k.a. Charlotte Hill O'Neal, a.k.a. E.O. Shatundi Fasuye. And yeah, got a lot of AKAs. And I'm here in Mzee Village, Arusha Tanzania, which is the home of United African Alliance Community Center, UAACC, which many of your listeners have probably been here. Should I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay, I was born and raised in Kansas City, Kansas, even though I've lived in Africa with my husband, Brother Pete O'Neal, since 1970, but I've never lost that Kansas City accent. And as a matter of fact, I embrace it because that's a part of who I am, as an African born in the diaspora. And even though I've lived on the continent far longer than I did in the States, because when we left, I was 19 years old, and I'll be 71 in March, so do the math, y'all. So it's such a blessing to live here and to be able to share our knowledge and wisdom and to live in an environment like this, We're actually recording inside because this is the time of what we call the crazy winds, and these winds, which are similar to, y'all probably get that in California.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, a certain time of year.
Yes,
it used to be 2 times a year, but now it's look like it's 3 times a year. And we're right in between 2 mountains, and many people say that's why we have it so strongly, because where we used to live, we didn't in Garamtoni, we'd never even heard of these winds.
Wow, that's
so we're in between Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Meru. As a matter of fact, we're in the foothills of Mount Meru. We're like 5,000 feet up. Did you know that?
No, that's a blessing.
Yes, it's a real blessing being in a mountainous area, and it's a lot of greenery here. And Arusha is actually one of the bread baskets of Tanzania. So I know my brother, the traveling doctor and healer, and the plant-based healer. Tell me your title again.
It's a traveling medicine man, but all them titles you said, that's a part of all.
Yes, right, but I like that.
So, but as everybody can see, Mama C has been building a beautiful life out here in Tanzania. Has family, extended family from, out here in Africa, and I'll be getting that same embracement. And that's one thing I want to shout out and highlight about Africa is just the hospitality, just the love that they have for Africans from the diaspora coming back home.
That's right.
It's been a beautiful thing, so I just want to highlight that.
Yes, matter of fact, it's a new brother and sister in the community. I don't think you met them. And they were talking about how they had gotten lost somewhere in Dar and how people took it upon themselves to to take them to where they were supposed to go. And sometimes you have a problem with your car. You have so many people wanting to help push or do this or that. People are just natural here. They are their personalities are the way I think we as African people, we as human people,
Yes.
you know, are supposed to be.
Yes.
You know, and that kind of goes awry sometimes when you're living in like real crowded conditions and big cities the way it is in the States, you know, because generally that's not a natural way to live, you know, in these big cities. It changes your whole attitude. And so I'm so grateful that people like Brother Mikhail or who are knowers, are able to spread the wisdom of a natural lifestyle. And if it's plant-based too, that is even better.
Give thanks.
Yes.
Give thanks.
What was I? Oh, I was
You was
talking
in the middle
about.
of the history.
Yes, the
No
history.
problem. Give thanks for that.
Yes. So I joined the Black Panther Party when I was 18 years old, right at the end of when I was supposed to graduate and from Wyandotte High School in 1969, and I started going over town, skipping school some days, and so I can learn about the Black Panther Party that was established in Kansas City by Brother Pete O'Neill. And when I saw all the community work that was going on, you know, the 3 breakfast for school children locations in Kansas City alone, and if you multiply that by all the chapters and even the branches who also have breakfast for school children programs and medical centers and just helping the community and political education classes and all of that, I joined. I was like, hey, I gotta join, you know, and I did. And because of COINTELPRO, it's a long story and you can research online. We ended up here because Brother Pete remains in exile, in political exile, as a result of being one of the leaders who was targeted by COINTELPRO, which I know a lot of y'all know about. But you know, him being in exile and me, of course, joining him as his life partner, I was here 20 years before I went back, and he still is not able to go back. It's turned for many people, some situation like that could have been a life of hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you sharing some great history right now. Update me about just the history of how, you know, things happened with the Black Panthers and everything.
Yes. And we were able to, you know, he had been convicted of carrying a gun across state lines, which he didn't even do. And he was found guilty and received 4 or 5. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a busy sister.
Yeah, I see.
She makes really good plant-based food.
Oh, good, thanks.
Yeah, Sister Joanne.
Oh, okay, for
She
sure.
used to be a student here.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah,
Good,
she's
thanks.
an entrepreneur.
Oh, that's
Educator.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing a lot with this health and wellness here.
Yes. And you know, I know we kind of maybe skipping around.
It's all
but
good.
Yeah, the health and wellness workshop that you held, that was very well attended. Everybody's still talking about it.
Oh, good, thanks.
You know, and it was just beautiful to know that we have the opportunity to you know, be able to have access to so much of the things that you were talking about, because they grow right here.
Yes. Exactly.
You know, and that's just beautiful. And so, and one of the most important things was, I mean, all of it was important for us to learn from you about how we can further heal ourselves with plants and being in a beautiful, healthy environment and keeping up a good vibe and all of that. That is so important. And Marhaba, how are you, brother? It is so important, and you know, especially for people who are experiencing, communities who are experiencing so much like y'all are experiencing in the States or wherever will be seen all over the world. You know, we are blessed with sunshine, we're blessed with a clean environment, and even the brother explained about how the symbiotic relationship between plants and people, as far as they thrive on our oxygen and we thrive on their what?
We breathe in the oxygen and they thrive on our carbon dioxide.
Yes, yeah. And as you were saying, you probably couldn't hear some of the youth. They said, "Oh, we learned that in science class," So I was real happy about that. Yeah, and sea moss, it's so great that you taught us about that too. Even though I've been given sea moss, but I haven't used it as regularly as I should, but now I'm inspired to use it regularly, and also so the children and the youth can have some of that too. It's grown in the clean waters of Zanzibar, right? Homegrown, Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. So when we first came to Tanzania from Algeria, which was the international section of the Black Panther Party, we lived there for 2 years. Then we came to Tanzania in 1972 at the urging of, there was a large diasporan community here. And we were welcomed as freedom fighters and political refugees by the government, because this was during the time of President Nyerere, who was very Pan-African spirit, and it was a socialist country, and they knew the history of the struggle of African people in the States and beyond. So we were welcome home. We became homesteaders. That's when we first started learning how to grow our own food. Because we didn't know.
Yes.
We came from the cities, even though our grandfathers and grandmothers and even my mother and father had gardens. But I remember when we first started, we would dig holes like this in the soil and put seed down in there and thinking it was going to grow. And our neighbors thought it was hilarious, and they was like, we got to help these youth. We was youth then, So they did, and we became experts, at growing our food. Even Brother Pete learned how to build windmills at the appropriate technology school, and methane generating, all that. Oh, brother.
Technology,
Yes. So, all the sweeping and raking they've been doing, and here come the wind.
I hear it's blowing hard right now.
Y'all hear that wind? Hey,
Oh, yeah.
This is the crazy wind season.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mama, since we're speaking about the winds and nature, I see that you're really into spirituality.
Yes.
And we know your revolutionary history but your spiritual path and you be involved in spirituality. How you blend that? And can you give us some testimony on that?
Yes, it's easy to blend it because my African spirituality is me. It's a part of me. It's dictated by my Ori, by the inside of me, But when I was a Panther, we weren't encouraged to really express our African spirituality, because I think many of us were of the notion that, I think it was Marx or Lenin, one of those Russian fellas, and he said religion is the opiate of the masses, And we took a lot from like Mao, who, this is during their cultural revolution where they discouraged their different traditions and all that. So in those days, you were down if you had on your fatigues and you had your piece and all that, and so I
you had to calm that down.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
But it rose up and just, and so I practice, one of the traditions that I practice is Orisha tradition. As a matter of fact, I've been initiated to Oshun in 2014. Then I was initiated to the Ancestor Society, the Egungun Society, in 2018, and now I'm enrolled, and I'm a student at EFI University, which is an online university, and I'm learning so much.
That's
you
a
know,
blessing.
yeah, that's a real blessing.
Yeah.
So I'm going from strength to strength, and even though these are more formal trainings, the initiation and all that, I've always been a spiritual person since I've let it fly. And you know, and so many of the youth here are very interested in learning about their African spirituality, which was dampened down, really dampened down, especially by, you know, the missionaries and different people who came here, to the point where many people have been afraid to express their love of African spirituality openly. You know, they might be doing it undercover, some people, but it's still here in a lot of ways, but it's more like underground. But the young people now want it to be above ground. And you know, even especially in the artist community, you know, like a lot of the prominent hip hop artists, you know, speak on African spirituality, and they also speak on health, and also they speak on their love for their African diasporan brothers and sisters, you know. So it's all, I really look at this 2022 as being the new age of enlightenment. And that's what our brothers bringing, you know, more enlightenment, you know, more elevation through spirituality and through plant-based eating, and through music medicine, y'all. Music has always been one of our strong medicine, and that's why, you know, like drumming and all that, which is so much a part of us, and even back in the slave days, they understood that, and that's why so many brothers especially had their hands cut off, because if they tried to play drum, can you imagine that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they recognize the power of it. So that's something that has never left we as African people, wherever you are. It's in your bones, it's in our DNA, you know, it's in the ancestral spirits that we carry, you know. You can't beat this Africanness out of us. You can't beat our humanity out of us, you know. And the love that we have for each other. We are some of the original community and peace builders on the planet, no matter what community you come from, Yeah, that's what we do as knowers, isn't it, brother?
Yes, and I appreciate you highlighting so much, because it's touching my heart right now, especially what you said about the suppressed spirituality and having it be undercover. I've been feeling like that majority of my life.
Yeah.
You know, about me wanting to be different and wanting to be connected with nature and just wanted to be like a free spirit.
Yes.
And a lot of times when I expressed that and showed that in society, it wasn't accepted.
Yeah.
And I had to suppress myself a lot as a black man in America when it comes to just spirituality and just being natural.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's something very important to me.
Yeah.
So when you're speaking about this, I just want to encourage everybody. You said the artists, the people who's into health and wellness, people into spirituality. Just please express yourself more during these times, because people need to see it and they see positivity more than negativity that's being promoted on the news and the TV.
That's right.
And just getting back to nature and getting back to loving and helping each other.
Yes.
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 So I just want to put that out there.
Yes. Well, that's a beautiful thing to put out, you know, and to practice and be an example of. And I just praise you, brother, for the example that you are showing to, especially to young people. You know, like you notice the majority of the people in your workshop here were youth.
Yes.
They were, you know, teens and 20s and 30s, and there was a couple of mamas who was close to my age, I think. Yeah. So I call that a community service. That's a community service as valid and as needed as the Breakfast for School Children program, you know, of the Black Panther Party. Yeah. You know, whatever skill you have, whatever your passion is, that is what you should share. because you're going to do that. You're going to be thinking about that 24 hours a day, for one thing, and you'll find ways to share and to mentor somebody. I noticed during the tour, the 2021 tour, I went to many cities, and inevitably there were people teaching the youth how to grow food on some of these empty lots, making them into gardens, so they can share, so they can start eliminating these food deserts. I never even heard of a food desert.
Right, it's a sort of abundance. Yes, that's something common in America, and that our people don't know about the abundance of food and fruits and vegetables and just life out here in Africa. Me coming out here from America and seeing the difference, and we're not even allowed to grow food out there in America without having certain licenses and paying extra money. The seeds out there, we can't even get natural seeds that come from the earth that's not going to grow multiple crops for us. Like you said, the skills of just knowing how to grow anything is being taken from us. So we got to get back to more natural, sustainable ways of living. And coming out here in Africa has really shown me that. I've been seeing some issues with like electricity, some issues with water, and we talking about the clean, healthy water, of the earth and that relationship between our body and water. So I just want to highlight that. That's something that's a big thing that we should definitely want to put out more importantly to our people as far as sustainability. Health and wellness, and also just being, like you said, as far with the art and the music. And that's something. Can you share with us what you said about the tour? And maybe a lot of people don't know about your artistry, your music, and all that.
Yes. The Hill Community Exchange Program and tour started in 1994, 95. So I've been, and it's called Heal the Community. And I am a healer. I'm a community builder, and I'm able to facilitate healings wherever I go, and that's a gift from the ancestors. That's a gift from my old reed walking in my purpose to heal. Ain't no tornado. It's just a crazy wind.
Right.
And so I'm invited not only to universities, but to our communities, and even to small projects, to speak to people, to inspire people about our history and our present, and the fact that we continue to carry on the work of the Black Panther Party, community service. Karibu.
Yes, and that's something I just want to highlight in this quick moment, that everything is full circle. And I met Mama C, I believe, in 2015 at the Determination Black Men's Group. Shout out to my brother Dimu Wolf, like Jaguar, a great leader, a great masculine energy in my life. And he introduced the whole group to Mama C and all the work she was doing. And I didn't even know about this history with the Black Panther, and that some powerful leaders still doing works in Africa with the Black Panther Party. So when I found that out, that hit my heart. And Mama C is such this amazing spirit and such a loving spirit, and gave us so much information and history and knowledge about Africa and Tanzania, and invited everybody to come out and just come get some healing from the land. And that was years ago, but always kept it in my mind and my vision, and would see Mama C as she tour and comes back out to Oakland, and always just stayed in contact. And then now here we are full circle. I'm here and doing this interview and did a workshop here. So I just want to say the powerful works that Mama C has been laying down for many years for everybody in the States and the African diaspora. And I just want to highlight that and just give thanks for this moment to be able to share this space.
And thank you, brother. Yeah, so I was talking about the Hill Community Tour and the various places that I go and the various things that I see, and I contribute through informing people about the history of the Black Panther Party, as far as Kansas City chapter and Brother Pete and myself go, and how that love of community service has continued to not only, it continues to thrive here. And when I see young people who were students here or who have visited here or whatever, who have benefited from both the classes here at UAACC, which right now they're very arts based, because I'm an artist, and I know the power that comes from being an artist and to learning these entrepreneurial skills. Like those two brothers who just came in, who I was talking to, they're in the carpentry class, and they're doing their first basic carpentry classes, but they're going to be designing, new things that people will enjoy. And the sister who came in, she's been here since she was a teenager.
Wow.
Yeah, and she is a designer, and she does, sewing and beading and all of that. So it continues, y'all. The struggle continues, and I always like to remind people, even though there is struggle, even though there is pain, even though there is negativity sometimes we're being bombarded with, don't forget your joy, because that's how we're able to recharge our batteries. Joy is so important, Find something to make you joyful and that you can help make people experience joy every day. Not once in a while, every day. Yes. So you all, let's start building more and more these collaborations and these journeys across the water and all around the world, because that is very much needed. One of the things that is on my list to really start promoting also is artist residencies here at UAACC. We've done it all along, but 2022, I think it's going to be the year of things like this happening, and even I have some of my Arusha community who are planning to come here for a retreat, yoga retreats.
Yes.
What the brother is doing,
Yes,
we just hosted a rites of passage recently, with some youth from Atlanta, and then there's more who are scheduled to come. It's so much we can do together, y'all. Ain't nobody in no competition.
No.
We all have it in our hearts to do what we can to bring about more community, between people from all over the world, and focusing right now many times on Africans in the diaspora and Africans on the continent, But I always tell young people, the whole world belongs to us.
Yes.
Feel comfortable wherever you are in the world, and be yourself and walk proud, Yes. I love y'all, I love you, brother. Yes. Let's spread the blessings, and the way I always say, blessings flow.
Yes, give thanks to the blessings flowing. And I just want to end this interview by saying that we start off speaking about cooperative and collective works globally, from all the African diasporas coming together, and just being at peace and love with yourself and spreading that positivity. And that's all Mama C has been doing, and I've been seeing around her, and that's one of the great things that came to me coming to Africa, being an original indigenous man from all over the world, and being able to walk the earth freely and confidently and be happy and to spread that joy and that positivity, but also, protecting the earth, protecting the natural environments, so we can all be happy and live and thrive. So I appreciate you, Mama C, for being a leader in that, and leading a great example. And I just want to give thanks again for this interview.
Give thanks.
Yes,
I give thanks to you. I give thanks to y'all. Keep on pushing.
I say. Yes.